All right. Hello, everyone. Hello to all our viewers. Thank you all so much for joining. Happy Tuesday. Very happy Tuesday. Even though it's a rainy, wet one, we still hope that everyone's having a great day. We are so excited to be here with you today for our another series of Eat Smart, Move More. And today we are here with you to give you a lot of tips on physical activity and nutrition. My name is Diana Rosito, and I'm one of the wellness coaches with the Baptist Healthy Living Centers.
And my name's Katie, and I'm another wellness coach at the Baptist by Healthy Living Centers. So I'll jump into physical activity first. So the first question is, why do we keep talking about physical activity and nutrition? Why do we keep talking about these two topics? So we talk about these two health behaviors because they are modifiable, meaning we can change these behaviors. We don't have to make drastic changes in order to see results. So start small and set SMART goals. That's specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. So we don't have to make drastic changes, we just have to start small. And then why are these topics important? Why is physical activity important? So the benefits of being physically active and exercising include lowering the risk of certain chronic conditions, so type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, cancer. It also helps reduce blood pressure, aids in weight loss, decreases stress, improves brain function. So lots of benefits. And then I mentioned physical activity and exercise, so I want to just mention the difference between the two because there is a difference. So physical activity, which we'll be focusing on, is movement, any movement. And then exercise is planned, structured, repetitive, and intentional movement. So we'll talk about exercise, but we're mostly going to be focusing on just movement in general. So I want to talk about some common misconceptions that I hear about physical activity and exercise. So I'm going to mention two. So number one, reducing sedentary behaviors is not enough to improve physical fitness, or just one day of exercise is not enough to improve physical fitness. So that is false. So doing something is better than doing nothing. So you can still lose weight just by doing light movement a couple hours per day. Again, start small. So if you're not comfortable with exercise or have an established exercise routine, that's okay. Work up to it. Number two, lifting weights will make me bulk up. So that's false. Bulking up, people that bulk up are doing it purposefully. So it's intentional. It's an intentional exercise routine. Moderate weight training is a great way to strengthen and tone your muscles and improve your bone health. And then I do want to mention the difference between aerobic exercise and strength training really quick. So aerobic exercise burns the most calories, and strength training builds more muscle, which uses more calories and makes it easier to lose weight. So let's quickly talk about the exercise recommendations. So all healthy adults should participate in moderate intensity aerobic physical activity for a minimum of 30 minutes on 5 days a week, or vigorous intensity aerobic activity for a minimum of 20 minutes on 3 days per week. And then you should also do exercises that help increase your muscular strength and endurance at least 2 days a week. But you want to do a minimum of 150 minutes of exercise per week. So that's the recommendations. And now some tips to help you stay active. So number one, plan ahead. So schedule your active days and pack your gym clothes the night before. Two, make it fun. So dance, play your favorite sport for exercise, go on a bike ride with friends, just anything to make it fun. It definitely helps. Three, take breaks from work to go on a walk. Set reminders to do this. Four, if possible, have a standing desk. Five, take the stairs, park far away, take a lap around the house on a commercial break, or do jumping jacks or squats, something like that on a commercial break. Six, if you can't get to the gym, try a virtual workout class. So the First Coast YMCA Facebook page has tons of exercise classes online for free. And then seven, for those that enjoy technology, invest in a wearable activity tracker. It can be encouraging to your physical activity and exercise goals. So those are my tips. Diana, do you want to jump into nutrition?
Yeah, sure thing, Katie. I really loved your tips, and a common thing I heard in both of our tips is planning. And I really do believe that failing to plan is planning to fail. I don't know if you would agree with me there. Um, it is so important in every aspect, physical activity and nutrition. And when you mentioned the misconception about lifting will make you gain weight, a lot of our female clients do truly believe that. And so I'm so glad you brought that up, because another component to that, which is the bulking, has to do with nutrition.
Yeah.
And so talking about nutrition, so Katie covered the physical activity aspect, and you can exercise all day. You can exercise, you can be a gym rat all the time and not see results if you're not eating well. And so I wanted to share with you all today top 5 to thrive.
I love it.
I'll be going through each one and just giving the viewers some quick tips. And I do know, and we probably will hear it from someone, but COVID has, how do I say it best, has been a challenge for us all when it comes to being at home more and eating more because we're bored or because, we're stressed, whatever it is. So I hope that these tips will help us to plan better, and get back on track. So if you feel like you've fallen off the bandwagon, don't worry, because it is not too late to get back on. It's never too late. All right. So I think we're all getting back on the bandwagon, myself included. So one day at a time. Is there such thing as a perfect diet? The answer is not really. The perfect diet is whatever is best for you, whatever best suits your personal goals and your lifestyle. So in the top 5 to thrive, number 1 is planning. So as Katie mentioned, planning is key. So with this, I tell my clients, plan your meals and plan your snacks. So for those of you who are working from home now, if your office is still not back, in a physical setting, if you were taking lunch to work, pretend like you are doing the same thing. Like pretend like you're working at home, but pretend as if you're going into the office. So pack your lunch bag for the day with all your snacks and everything. And that helps a lot with overeating and over snacking. Limit snack foods in the home, or if you do have snacks, make them healthy. So more protein is always good for keeping you full longer. And if you have children like I do, I even stopped buying them Oreos because I'm addicted to Oreos. It's best for all of us not to have it in the home. I still need to work on my portion control when it comes to Goldfish and Cheez-Its, but we'll get to portion control. Another thing, never go to the grocery store hungry. That's a big mistake. So you want to make sure you plan ahead, and make a list and stick to that list. And when you're in the grocery store, you ever stay within the parameters of the grocery store. And if you notice, the parameters usually has all the healthiest items. And so that's number 1 for planning. Number 2, cook more and eat out less. So get creative with homemade meals and make it a family event. If you have children, get the kids involved. Find healthy alternatives to some of your favorite meals to eat, maybe from your favorite restaurant. They have tons of those now out for you to find for free. And so don't be afraid to step outside the box and try new things. If there ever was a time, now is the time. So cooking at home will allow you to cut down on costs, and you'll have more control over ingredients and your preparation methods. So if you do eat out, make sure you plan ahead. Something that I do is look at the menu ahead of time to see, what I would want to kind of stay within my range. And if you don't plan ahead, and if you go to a restaurant with a friend and maybe say, hey, do you want to share a meal? You get 1 meal and ask for them to bring it out in 2 plates. And being mindful of portion sizes is important, because we all know that portion sizes are like, when they service, it's like mega portions. And so moderation is really key. There are no foods that are off limits as long as there is moderation and portion control. So I'm going to pause here because I see the viewers commenting. I want to make sure I catch everything. Hey, Jean. Hey, Courtney, Katie. Our friends are saying hi to us. Courtney and Jean are saying hi.
Hey,
Also,
Katie.
Lisa
Hi,
Bradford.
Lisa.
So Jean says, such a great tip. I'm always so hungry when I get to lunch, and sometimes don't choose the best option because I haven't prepped anything. Absolutely. I think it's happened to all of us. I find myself in that trap a lot on the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
So I tend to forget to plan for the weekends. And that's when I really fail because it's whatever you can get, and it may not always be the best thing. Courtney says making a list for the grocery store is huge. It helps me stay on track and stick to my plan. Exactly. Yeah. And Courtney brings up a good point. I don't know why it made me think of this, but now grocery delivery is such a big thing because of COVID. So I think it's more helpful too to have groceries delivered, but also don't shop online for groceries when you're hungry as well. So in the store, not online. Same thing. Jean agrees with Courtney. I've learned to make mine on my phone because I always forget the paper. Yep. Absolutely. So great. Thank you all so much for chiming in there. So tip number 3, read nutrition labels. And so learning how to read nutrition labels is super important. And it is important to know what is in the food you're eating. And it helps with portion control if you're tracking your calories. It helps you with sodium content for those who are watching their blood pressure, fat, sugar, everything. So it's important to learn how to understand the portions that you're consuming, especially for serving size. You want to make sure there's not too much salt, not too much fat, not too much sugar in what you're eating, okay? Because a lot of us, myself included, we tend to overeat things like crackers and chips because we're thinking, well, this can't be a lot. This handful can't be a lot. You'd be surprised what our hand can hold when it comes to chips or crackers. And when you count, like, for example, Wheat Thins, I think it's like 14 crackers. But your hand can grab triple that probably. So just thinking about that and being more mindful of paying attention to serving sizes, it helps with portion control. Tip number 4, fueling your body. Less isn't always better. So we think that eating less is better, that it helps, but it's actually making sure you're getting in exactly what you need. If you are hangry 95% of the time, you may want to rethink your approach. And so if you don't eat breakfast, don't eat lunch, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so ravenous, and you tend to, it's a common trend to tend to overeat, get something salty or sweet, or be hangry. We've all seen the Snickers commercial. So if you are hangry 95% of the time, you really want to rethink your approach. And again, that goes back to planning your meals. And so planning ahead, making sure you have your snacks and everything that you need. Under eating, so making sure you don't undereat because that may make it harder to lose weight and keep it off. Consume lean proteins, whole grains, fruits and vegetables, and these all help fuel the body and sustain energy levels. And of course, water. Water should be your only drink of choice. But some people also say, well, I love my hot tea, I love my coffee. As long as you're putting healthy things in your tea and coffee, that's okay. But water should be number 1 choice. And then tip number 5, focusing on mindful eating. It is important to slow down and think about food as nourishment. It actually takes a few minutes for your brain to tell your body that it has had enough food. So eat slowly, enjoy your food, enjoy all the aromas, the taste, everything. Take your time, don't chew too fast, just sit down and enjoy. We're all so busy right now. I do find myself a lot eating and being on my phone and not really paying attention. And so being more mindful does help as well. It just makes us slow down and relax. And so the more mindful you eat, the more you train your brain. That's the way to do it. So eat slowly and stop eating before you feel full. So those are my 5 tips, top 5 to thrive. So just remember, top 5 to thrive. And so we have a question. Do you have any suggestions on how to make nutrition label reading easy? Sometimes I can be in the store for so long. I would say there are a lot of great resources and tips online. I can't remember the website, but if you do a Google search, there are usually images that pop up. And what I have done before is just take a printout of a sample of a nutrition label that kind of guides you that tells you what the portion size is, serving size, and the main things, watching the fat content, sodium, I'm forgetting one. Protein is a big one that people like to pay attention to. Am I forgetting anything, Katie?
Probably sugar, carbs, yeah.
Exactly. And so for a lot of people with pre-existing health conditions, they've made it a lot easier on nutrition labels. So for example, the American Heart Association, you'll see the red heart in a lot of food products that symbolizes it's heart healthy. You'll see the whole grain stamps on a lot of food products that tells people this is 100% whole grain food product. So food manufacturers have made it a lot easier on people in terms of reading food labels. Are there any apps to help read labels? Yes. And that's from Carol. Yes. MyFitnessPal, you can, if you just don't want to read a label and you just want it on your phone instead, you can just scan the barcode with MyFitnessPal. It's a free app. Scan the barcode and it just brings it up and tells you the correct portion size and everything, and it just goes directly into your food log if you're tracking. And so I don't know about any other apps other than MyFitnessPal, but I'm sure there are a lot of apps, because I'm sure there's an app for that. There's an app for everything. So Angela Kennedy asked, and you all may have to help me out with this one because I know it varies depending on age and gender. How much potassium does someone need to have a day? So Angela, just give us a second and we'll get an answer for you because that varies based on men versus women and also age, children, older adults, depending on health conditions. So that varies. I don't have an exact number and I don't want to give you the wrong one. So just give us just a moment. And our team who are behind the scenes right now will make sure they give us that answer for you. So any other questions right now as we're going over some questions and different things we can answer for everyone? So if you all are tuning in right now, tell us some of your favorite healthy snacks that you enjoy.
I'll start with my favorite snack. Mine is apples and peanut butter. I love it. It's just so simple.
So mine is rice cakes and peanut butter.
Peanut butter. I use it with everything. Which you have to watch. You have to watch your portion size with peanut butter. So
yes, you do, because so Katie and I are peanut butter addicts. Everyone on our team knows, and we have peanut butter always stashed at our center. And so we do have to be careful of our portion sizes. And Nicole Payne says, I love oatmeal. Yes. So Nicole, not sure about you, but have you ever tried putting peanut butter in your oatmeal? It's so good. It gives it a nice nutty flavor. And if you're trying to go for less fat in terms of peanut butter, you can do the PB3, which is the peanut butter powder. That's also a great option. Angela's favorite healthy snack is kale chips and beets. Ooh, Carol loves chocolate hummus and strawberries.
Yes.
So good. Lisa loves hummus and veggies. And let me see. Yes, Nicole says, yes, she has tried it. So, Angela, we do have an answer for you. A healthy person should consume 1,200 to 1,600 milligrams of potassium from daily food. So, we hope that that helps you. And let us know if you need any other information, okay? Jean loves ants and a log. So, I had to, reread that just now. So, Jean, correct me if I'm wrong. Ants on a log. Celery, peanut butter, and raisins? Is that correct?
I think that's right.
You got it. Okay. Eric. Hey, Eric. Eric loves peanuts, also fresh green energy juice. Yes. So I love, I don't know what it's called, but the green juice from the cafe at Winston is amazing. If I was there every day, I would get in trouble. So they have really good fresh juices, and it doesn't, it doesn't taste like you're drinking the kale or drinking the celery, but you feel really good after. So really good stuff. Jean loves almonds and dried apricots. Really good. Let me see here. Nicole says with apples, yes, apples and peanut butter. So here's the thing, a tip on portion control when it comes to an apple. We all know how huge the apples can be in the grocery store. Literally can be the size of my head.
The Honeycrisp ones are like this big.
My head may be bigger, but you know what I mean? So try to find, if you can, if your budget allows it, the organic apples. That is the correct portion size for an apple, the small ones. So the ones that Panera gives when you buy food from them. So if you get either the 2 for $2, the size apple that they have is the size that's the correct portion size for an apple. And peanut butter, the serving size is 2 tablespoons. But of course, if you want to cut that, you can always do 1. Okay. And so Courtney goes, woohoo, go Winston. I really am a fan of the Winston Cafe. They have amazing things. Courtney knows I have a list when I go. Hummus chips, hummus, the green juice, the buffalo chicken. For protein, it's like buffalo chicken and celery. So great stuff. If you all are ever over there, just make sure you stop by that cafe to get some really yummy stuff. Let me see here. Anything else? Ritz crackers and cheese and maybe a glass of wine. That's from Eric. So Eric, is your wine portion control, or should I even ask that question? So, of course, everything is okay in moderation, and even with healthy foods, we can overeat. And so being careful as well. So even though apples are healthy, whole grain crackers are healthy, peanut butter is healthy, we still have to be mindful, read your labels. And that really goes a long way. So if we just mindlessly snack, trust me, it will catch up.
Yes.
Coming from experience. So let me see here. It looks like that's all the comments we have. So really, 1 4-ounce is Eric's. Yes, he does portion size. I love hearing that. Thank you so much, Eric. That's great. Love hearing that you portion control your wine. I do too. I love red wine. Red wine is good for your heart in moderation. So is dark chocolate. And Katie and I love some good dark chocolate. Yeah. So awesome. I just want to thank everyone for making this such an amazing talk, and for being so engaging and giving us your feedback and your favorite snacks. And so in closing, I just want to let you all know that there are several resources available to you within the Healthy Living Centers, which includes the following. Every Healthy Living Center is staffed with wellness coaches, RN wellness coaches. We have virtual classes. We also have free biometric screenings and coaching sessions. These services are open to the community. YMCA membership is not required. So I welcome you to visit the link in our post to access all these great programs. So you'll see the links here in the comments. And before I move on, we do have a healthy snack recipe for you to try. It's only 3 ingredients. So I thought about you all when I thought about time. So try it. Let us know how you like it. And lastly, again, want to thank you all so much for tuning into our Path to Healthy Living series. We so enjoyed being with everyone these last few weeks. Do not hesitate to reach out to us with any follow-up questions or to inquire about health coaching. We hope to see you in our centers, and we hope that everyone has a fantastic day.